Welcome, Sagittarius moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care 144. Very happy and grateful to bring you this wonderful reading. I'm going to be doing a 6-card spread with the tarot deck Tarot of a Moon Garden. I have my deck right here. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I think this background is kind of self-explanatory. I didn't have this. I kind of get what's drawn to me, and I was drawn to this, and then I realized that it was kind of bridally. Some of you may be getting, some of you are anxious. Maybe you are planning to propose to someone who has Sagittarius moon in their chart. Or you may be getting married soon and you're a little anxious about it. But there are wedding vibes here. Could be celebrating an anniversary, some of you. And then some of you may just want to be ready. You may be in a place in your life where you're feeling ready to tie the knot. Feeling pretty good about your relationship and your all-around life and everything in it. Feeling complete and ready to move forward with a stable foundation. I hope that everybody is doing super, that you're staying in flight and being the true adventurer that you are. Keeping the fire in that belly, staying motivated, and always in creative status. I almost don't want to touch this because it's so delicate. I'm going to leave my deck down here, even though it's not. Well, let's go ahead since we already put it there. We'll leave it there. All right, so the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, definitely, just as I was saying with the channeling, I do feel that there are some great things that are coming. A new cycle is here. Some luck is coming into your life. This is a destiny at play. So what is meant for you, coming out of the darkness, and the sun is rising. We have this wonderful phoenix here too. I do feel with the past, we are coming upon a full moon here. I do feel that with the last moon cycle, there was a major shift that was taking place for you, where a decision was being made, kind of like, almost like you may have felt like you were on this merry-go-round, and this beautiful Sphinx here is here to kind of put a stop to that. I feel like this Sphinx kind of landed here on top of this carousel here to bring this to a pause, so that the transitions that needed to take place, that are necessary for excuse me, what is to come for you, can begin to take place, because a lot of the old stuff that was taking place is no longer resonating. I'm also looking at the characters on this Wheel of Fortune. I do feel that a lot of these may have come into play on your journey, and some of the things that did stick out were the serpent. I'm seeing this right here as like a part of an angel wing. So there was probably, or there still is, a very special angel in your life. We have some serpent energy, poison turned into medicine is what I'm getting from that. And then Taurus energy, you could have Taurus in your chart, or you could be connecting with a Taurus, or had connected with a Taurus. And then also, I noticed the lion here. I'm not too sure what this is, but the blue was sticking out with this. So there could be some energetic throat chakra type energy that was important in the process. It is underneath the sign of Aquarius, so this could have been an Aquarian energy with some throat chakra challenges. The lion here, the Leo, you may have Leo in your chart. That may have been significant as well. I'm getting courage and bravery. So I do feel that a lot of this, everything that was in here, like it's all crowded in here, and I do feel like that's being put to a stop so that things can be kind of sorted out and cleared out. So there can be some clarity and some good things and some greatness brought back into your life. This is coveted down here as well. So we've got one on top and one on the bottom here. I do feel like this is divine protection here that is bringing some really great things into your life. Now it's time. We have a 10 for the Wheel of Fortune. 10s are about change. Also speaking of the ending of cycles, definite ending, going into the 1, going from the 10 into the 1. 10 breaks down to a 1. So we're coming upon some aces here, moving forward. I am also seeing too, these symbols down here. This looks to me like an R. This kind of resembles pi to me. I'm not exactly sure what these are, and I will definitely look into these to get some more clarity on that for the future moving forward. But what is resonating right now, this is coming off as a letter A. So this could be Alpha or someone this could be the first initial of your name or someone you know that you're connected to. I do have some energetic feeling with this solar plexus and sacral chakra energy here as well. A lot of the lower base chakras, the energetic feel is what I'm getting from that. And then working on that, coming up to the blue, being able to speak and speak our truth and be that truth that we need to be in order to make changes happen in our lives. And I do feel like that has taken place for you. And that could be why we have this wonderful union type energy here with the coming together of a relationship of some sort, whether it be romantic or not. Take it as it resonates, but I am getting romance here. Excuse me. Second card. Well, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? So we have here a number 6. And we have the Lover's card. Some of you are getting married. There's going to be some great loving, I do feel, going on for the rest of this year. And Sagittarius moons, with your energetic moon energy being towards the end of the year in December, I do feel that as we come upon the rest of this year, like every day I feel it's going to get better and better. And there's going to be more coming together, like more togetherness and uniting of souls. I'm seeing triangles that may be significant. Seeing that triangle, even though it's green, that made me think of the root chakra. And this is on the side of the female. So there may have been some things related to... I would say the female side of this lady here, her family, and the things that she had to work on in relation to relationships. And then I do feel seeing the beautiful floral side on the masculine side, just how this has all been flourished and nourished. I do feel like the feminine does have something to do with this. They have made a connection here with their hands. And I just feel like they're both helping one another. This does look like red energy here upon the chest of the feminine. And I'm seeing that red flower there too, almost as if this was gifted from the masculine energy over here. But the masculine energy has definitely been working on their softer side and coming more into a connection with their feelings and emotions. Coming into connection with the feminine energy even though there may not be any expression, I do feel there is very little bit of this expression, and maybe that's why there's so much growth here, and almost like there's no room for it. But once they connect and they hold hands, it's like this energy is going into her energy is going into him, and they're kind of neutralizing this together with this this tree here, which is kind of helping them to neutralize. But I do feel there's lack of expression with this, given that this tiny blue flower here in the blue, to me, speaks of the throat chakra energy and being able to express oneself and one's true feelings and emotions. This feminine has definitely blossomed. And the apple here, that may be significant as well. I was looking at the mushrooms too. The masculine energy may have or is still utilizing aphrodisiacs. And not necessarily like mushrooms. Like I'm seeing this as a shell too. So something that has to do with the seashore or being by the beach. Maybe possibly making some type of medicinals. They may have a garden. And this is not gender specific. So if you're more in your masculine energy or your feminine energy, do take it as it resonates. But I do feel like also too, there's some kind of medicinal use for these floral arrangements that are being built. It's also possible too that the masculine has just felt like they have not been able to share. They may have been afraid to share. That could be some of the anxiety that I was feeling. It's just that they have a lot of this beautiful aspect of themselves that they haven't really shared, and they still have yet to share it. But I do feel like as they connect with the feminine energy, more of this is going to become clear and evident. There's a lot of blue on the top of that carousel in the Wheel of Fortune, where things are coming to a pause to be able to assess what needs to be worked on. And I do feel like it's the throat chakra energy for the masculine, more of the root for the feminine. But I do feel like the feminine, just given with the amount of space that isn't taken up here, has kind of cleared a lot of that. And again, the apple may be significant because it begins to kind of stand out. And it's also in between these two energies here. I keep looking at the angel as well. This angel is always over this this union here, always guiding them. So if ever you feel, you know, you're at a loss or feeling like you're alone, know that you're never alone, and that these energies, this angelic presence is always here with you. Always call out to them, even when you feel like no one's there, because they are there, and they're always with you, comforting you and guiding you, ready to help you and assist you in any way that they can. That's what they're here for. They bring the light to things too. So there may have been some things in the dark, like I was saying, you know, with this here, like more things are being brought to the light. This, I feel, is the angel of light here. So that's beautiful. And then with the sixes here, excuse me, throat chakra, we're getting closer. Sixth house energy, and then I would also say too, unconditional love. There's a lot of good green here as well. But there's a lot of, I would just say, a better understanding of what unconditional love truly is as these two continue to come together even more. Also too, I wanted to say Gemini, excuse me, came to mind, and also Virgo. Let's make sure we got enough space for those. I just want to make sure all the cards will be seen. All right, the third card. we have here is the Queen of Swords. And with the Queen of Swords here, excuse me, this is a very intellectual energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I do feel like this is a sword of truth. We were speaking on expression of truth. And I did speak on the differences between the masculine and the feminine, but as much as they are different, they are totally the same. So I do feel like both of these energies could be incorporating this Queen of Swords energy here, where they're kind of sitting on their throne, resting in the angelic, beautiful presence that is surrounding them, which is ultra love here. I do feel like this is just like a showering of love, a good grace of love, but it's being brought about because we have this Queen of Swords energy here. And the last time I seen this card, the thing that stuck out the most was the dragon that was kind of surrounding this throne here, maybe kind of creeping up, possibly causing, you know, some issues. I do feel this is more in the mental state, more of the third eye energy and crown chakra energy. So I do feel like this Queen of Swords energy is being utilized in the mind, and there is some healing of the mind that's taking place where more of a proactive mentality is coming about. As we begin to know ourselves, we are able to be more confident in who we are and not allowing outside energies or people to tell us about ourselves and make us feel a certain way about who we are and what we are when we know the truth. So when you know the truth, nothing outside of you that is different than that can deter you from that or take you away from that. And it could be possible that this green dragon here has tried to kind of make a presence of enrapturing. But this sword here, I feel like this queen here, and this is not gender specific, all they have to do is take this sword, yield it, yield it real swiftly. I put those two words together. My words get so rambled in my head because I get very quick channeling here. And I'm seeing this dragonfly here too, and that speaks on transformation. Deep transformation, especially if this is engraved in this throne here. It kind of speaks to like almost like an award of some sorts, an accomplishment. But as I was saying, being able to take this sword and yield it and just do one swift motion of cutting the head off of that dragon and eliminating anything that may come around. And I do feel like excuse me, this Queen of Swords could possibly be playing possum, giving the energy that, you know, they're kind of oblivious to what's going on, have no idea. But this is the Queen of Swords, very intellectual and very, very smart, very intuitive, and knows exactly what's going on. And so again, because they know this is the stance that they're able to take. One lift, one swipe, and we're moving on, looking forward to what's to come. We have the cape of accomplishment here too. Just wanted to point that out here as well. Tying that in with this dragonfly here and the major transformation that we were speaking on with this Wheel of Fortune. Coming from that transformation, doing the work, and then coming into this beautiful connection, continuing to cut off anything that no longer serves us, especially energies that may have us, excuse me, a lot to say because my throat is being activated, that just may have us, like I feel some have just been underestimating you and continue to take you for the person that you were before your transformation. And now you're in a stance and in a position to be able to show people your creative works and what you have been working on, and just how awesome and savvy you really are. You're not one to be messed with. All right, so let me just make sure we can see all those correctly here. Okay, and so the fourth card And I was just speaking on this, just real intuitive and giving off, you may still give off the impression that you have no idea, like you're just totally oblivious and you don't know anything about anything. Like, okay, so I'll just give an example from myself. I'm not a Sagittarius moon, I am a Sagittarius sun, and I have Venus in Sagittarius as well. But I have gone through major shifts and transformations. I'm here on this earth to deal with relationships, finding self-love through partnerships and relationships in my life. And there have been, I've gone through a lot of changes. I'm definitely not the same person that I was before. So with that being said, I've had a lot of people that have kind of cycled back in order for me to be in this Queen of Swords energy and just kind of nip it in the bud. Because some of those people have come around with the same old tactics and antics and sources and ways of manipulation. And I just have put my foot down. And so I'm feeling like this is that particular energy here. And then with the High Priestess, that kind of speaks to the intuitiveness of really being in, not necessarily knowing everything, but an all-knowing feeling. Like you've been there and you've done that and you're not going back. Because now you are in this High Priestess status as well. You are very powerful. Your energy is straight Bombay. And I feel like a lot of people see this, they feel this, they know this. They're very impressed with how far you've come, the work that you've done. This is a very confident and very highly intuitive person who is looking for nothing but the truth and justice and fairness. I do feel like there may be some kind of judicial situations that are coming to an end. This did fall under the Wheel of Fortune. So there may be some legal situations that are being dealt with right now. Speaking of that, that also just made me think of the contract of two people coming together in a union. And this High Priestess, you getting justice for whatever it is that you had to go through. Now it is your turn to begin receiving. This dolphin here, I do feel like that energy could be the masculine. I'm seeing this as very mirroring energies, where you're very connected and balanced with both your masculine and feminine energies. I was gonna say, seeing the dolphin here and how the High Priestess is looking forward. She's holding the Torah. I'm just getting justice all over this. And then I did see, I mentioned the seashell on the masculine side here. That kind of looks like an orange seashell, even though it probably isn't. But we have seashells. And this kind of looks just like that orange seashell. And so it's surrounded by kind of like orange type flowers, and it's in an orange essence of energy right here. And so I do feel like this is definitely a tie with a masculine energy who may have a spirit animal dolphin totem. I can't even talk about dolphin spirit animal or dolphin totem as their animal. The star is right underneath this dolphin as well. So I do feel like with that illumination, this angel here, this angel presence here, it's almost like the same card, but it's not. This is more speaking on the High Priestess. And with the two there, we also have that. I'm getting like Taurus Gemini energy. So this could be like with your Sagittarius energy, the opposite of Sagittarius is that Gemini energy. And so it's that balance there, the balance. We got the B here, B for balance. Like I'm totally feeling that. And then with the black and white, yin and yang type energy, I'm just getting this real tight connection with this couple here. This masculine energy is very magical, along with, you know, the feminine energy as well. But I feel like it's more of his doing and more of the masculine energy to be doing the work right now, because the High Priestess energy is sitting pretty, has been accomplished, coming into a state of being able to sit in all of their glory, full of wisdom and knowledge, and just the look on her face, it's almost like just, you know, not necessarily waiting, but very prepared for anything that should come that does not resonate, to go ahead and take that sword and cut off what no longer serves. But I got excited just seeing the similarities. This to me kind of looks like that tree, with them connecting, holding hands, this tree in between them, and they're both looking at one another. So while this may be in the physical here, where they're coming together and they're protected in the physical, but then when they're separated, they're still coming together in the spiritual realm. And I do feel like the High Priestess energy, the feminine energy, is more encompassed in that spiritual energy, and the masculine energy is making his way to meet her, to get more of that balance. And also, when I was speaking on the past new moon energy, since we're coming upon a full moon and how this may have taken place with the last moon energy, I definitely feel like this is confirmation speaking to that. Like, she's taken this new moon and kind of owned it, just really owned it. The last cycle, like almost as if she's really kind of had enough of what's been going on in the past, and really has made a change for his or herself. Take it as it resonates. I do see this High Priestess also as a mermaid. So I'm getting Atlantis energy as well. And then also the High Priestess, we had spoken on medicinals and using florals for that purpose. This High Priestess may be doing that as well, just more with a spirituality, a more heightened level of spirituality that's involved with this. But definitely the truth and full of wisdom and knowledge. Very strong and very powerful. And I'm hearing, you know, just waiting for love. I did see the palm tree here too. And this does kind of look like a wave. So this masculine energy could like to be on, I mean, both of these energies, I do feel, I feel like there's a magical beach back here. Like, we can't see it here. But just because of the High Priestess and what the High Priestess emanates, no matter where they go, they bring this floral, fluorescence, magical energy with them wherever they go. And I do feel like this is probably covering up a lot of the sand, because I see this as sand, and we have seashells here. But I'm seeing this as being on the beach, like being inside of specific quarters, maybe having a home that's on the beach, but the beach is back here. Dolphins, very significant. And that could be not just for the masculine, but for the feminine as well. That's beautiful. Taurus energy is dealing with comfort, stability, a little bit of stubbornness at times, very loving, forgiving. But just as I was speaking on Sagittarius and Gemini pairings with Taurus, the pairing is Scorpio, so there could be some energetic feeling that we have there too. Highly fixed, and that could be why. And when I say fixed, I'm speaking of fixed sign energy, and so that could be why too we have this Wheel of Fortune here at the beginning, to kind of speak of the change that's being taken place by the divine, kind of stepping in, making that intervention to push things along, and to help us to come into our own, to be able to help those things come along as well. All right, so the fifth card. y'all are really like, a lot of y'all are really coming together and getting married, either getting married or I would say, like, because I'm getting to, like, a lot of you don't want to get married because you don't want to be under the constraints of certain government type energies. But I do feel like there is a union that is coming together where it's a special union that doesn't have to be defined by anybody outside of you two. And that's totally okay. But we have the Four of Staffs here. This is fire energy. Oh, like, get the tissues. We have fire energy here. This is your energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So while this could be you, you could be also dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries energy. This is stability. And this is also the 1111 card. The twin flame card. This is falling under the Lovers. We have a 6 and a 4 aligned together. Also another 10 coming into a 1. And so with that, I definitely feel this is like, oh, I got chills, like an Ace of Cups type energy here. And I'm hearing, tonight I celebrate my love for you. This is so pretty. And I do see like some of the flowers from each side of the masculine and the feminine. Like this stuck out. And this is on this side. And then also like the orange flower. And this thing here, I'm not sure what that is, but these, just, oh my goodness. And then the mushrooms here, like all, this is like a coming together. This is, oh my goodness, all about stability and structure, foundation, matters of the home. Cancerian energy. So it's all about, like just comfort, love, nurturance. I would say self-love, having that self-love and being able to come into a relationship with another because that self-love is there. But I do feel like there is a union here that is coming together, and like it's like 2 wands here and 2 wands. So I bring my 2 wands, you bring your 2 wands. We put those together and we're making beautiful magic here. I'm seeing 2 unicorns here. These are very 2 special, magical people that I feel like, since we've come from the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, both of the masculine and feminine energies have encompassed both of those energies in order to be able to come to this here. We see the castle here, and this is what has been, I would say, one of the main goals. This is happiness, this is celebration, this is foundation, and I do feel like this is foundation that has been worked on, going through transformation and transitions, knowing what you don't want and knowing what now that you do want, and achieving that. It's here, and it's also here with the full moon. We have a full moon upcoming, like into the night. As I'm doing this reading, going into tomorrow, the full moon energy has been here. Anytime there's a full moon, the energy is usually felt 5 days before, up to 5 to 2. I would say 5 to 2 weeks before. So once you come from that new moon energy, it automatically shifts into, you know, because new moons are about decreasing and releasing what no longer serves us, moving into an energy where we're filling up with new and vitalization, things that are going to help us to prosper as we continue to move forward. And it's been achieved here. This is proof that it has been achieved. These 2 magical unicorns have come together. They have found one another through self-love and hard work and stopping cycles. Also, not only that, but getting help from the divine, asking for help and receiving that help. And now it's here. And there's going to be a big ass party celebrating this. Once they come together, I do feel like they're going to come together with themselves and keep that energetic love protected and surrounded with wholesomeness and goodness. And then once, you know, they get themselves established, then they're going to make this be known and kind of bring everybody in that they know that they can trust, who has been there with them, who has been loving them and supporting them the entire way without judgment. And only, you know, just providing nothing but love. Things that are going to support them and help them to grow. So that is awesome. Congratulations. And even if this isn't a relationship, but I do feel like it is just because of all the signs that we have here, this just overall speaks to not having to worry. You never have to worry anyway, but the challenges that we face in order to get to what it is that is meant for us, it just may seem a little difficult, way more difficult at times than others. And so this is speaking to, you know, like finally, you can relax. You're at the top of the hill and you're not going alone physically. You're going with someone who is destined for you. Someone who wants to be there just as much as you want to be there too. Which I think is just glorious. This is so pretty. Very strong structures, I would say, to get away from possibly what you have grown up with, knowing what you don't want in your stability, or not in your, because I would say what you have experienced before may not have been what true stability is for you. And so I definitely feel, you know, through that transformation, you were able to discover what it is that stability and structure really truly means to you. I would also say too, this coming together also is a benefit to the community, and the community going into the levels of that. So going from community to like the state, from state to all states to countries, countries to continents, continents to the world. This love is being felt. So when there's a coming together, which is, you know, definitely protected by this angel here, which I feel has everything to do with that because of the magnetism and strength of that love that comes together. It just resonates and it goes all throughout energetically, and it's super, super beautiful. And that's probably why this sword is so big here too, because you know, love is here. Love is meant to be here, and anything that tries to prevent that, we've been given the tools to be able to cut that shit out. Enough said there. The last card, yes. I just said this. It's so funny how these cards have been talking as I've been talking. And there's not much to say here with this either because I just said it. But I do feel like the love is so strong here. It's destiny. It's destined to bring these two souls together. So whoever you are uniting with is a one-of-a-kind love that is unlike any other love that has been, I would say, experienced by a few. All about that 6 number, speaking of unconditional love, all about unconditional love. You know, going through trials and tribulations, but really truly feeling one another, not just walking around almost like zombies, you know, not just walking around and not feeling, but even, and I mentioned this earlier, like when you're together physically, it's like massive. But even when you're apart, like we have this intuitive connection here. Even when you're apart, you're not apart. You're never apart. And I feel like the telepathy is like off the charts. You guys can feel each other like that. It's like one thought. So you can, I mean, you're there together at all times. And so when you come into the physical together, it's like, whoa. Super, super beautiful. And so, like I was saying, with this 5 of Staffs here, again, we have fire energy here. This is like speaking to defending. It's not the 7 of Staffs, but I'm getting that energy as well. But like, taking a stance for this love, and taking that sword, yielding that sword, and cutting off what no longer serves. And so, as I was saying, you know, people are probably seeing this and feeling this as you're coming together. And it gets better and better with each day, which I feel the intensity is more and more each day as well. And so because of that, there may be some people who, like I'd mentioned before too, when I was speaking on my story, you know, people that have come from the past that kind of have taken you for granted, don't really see you for who they are because they haven't reached that level. They haven't taken the choices that you have to do the work on yourselves to elevate. And so they're still at the same places, but these situations are helping them, you know, should they choose to elevate themselves as well. So there's going to be some resistance here. We do have some energies here that may not like what you're experiencing because you've done the work. They don't see what you've done behind closed doors. They don't see everything that you've had to endure behind closed doors because you don't show that or express that. And so we have, you know, possibly some jellies, or two, I would say, not just, you know, people who are envious or who can't understand why you have been receiving what you have been receiving, but also feeling like you have to compete. Like there may be other, not you necessarily, that's the energy that I'm getting, but others who feel like they have to compete in order to be with you, or to be around you, to be near you, because I do feel this energy. I mean, this is stout. This is strong. This is stout. We have this beautiful tree here it's like rooted. It's rooted, it's planted, it's grown, it's protected, it's safe, and then it's structured. And this is the foundation of this lovers. This is underneath the lovers. This cannot be messed with. And so we may have some energies here that feel like, you know, they may be able to do something with what they have. Notice the direction of all of these staffs here and how they're kind of sideways, bent this way, going this way, just all in disarray. None of them are going straight up like these here. So I am going to look at the bottom of the deck to get an idea of what may possibly need to be looked at moving forward. I do feel like, you know, we have this Queen of Swords energy here and the High Priestess. These are the main tools. The Queen of Swords and the High Priestess energy there. Definitely I would say that because we have the Queen of Swords after the Lovers, and then the High Priestess after the Queen of Swords and before the Four of Staffs, coming into this structure and stability, this sound structure and stability here that can't be messed with. Fives also speak of change. And so there may be a little bit of resistance to change as well too, by either you or who you're connected to coming into this sound structure here. But again, with any challenges, that's just to help us to realize how strong and powerful we truly are. So let's go ahead and see what's on the bottom. Yeah. Yeah. So this could be you or someone you're connected to. I definitely feel like it is someone that you are connected to, even though this is encompassing you. I feel like you're established as this, because this is your energy here. But take this as it resonates. This could be you, and this could also be the Queen of Swords. Does not have to necessarily be you either. It could be someone that you're connected to, that you're seeing utilize these tools in order to come into this energy. So do take this as it resonates, but I definitely feel like this is an energy that is different from the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, even though it's one and the same, because you're connecting, again, we have that yin and yang energy, masculine and feminine energy as well. But I do feel like this maybe, let me see. Yeah, I'm beginning to feel this Five of Staffs energy is connected to this King of Staffs here. The King of Staffs is looking at this as well. And they're holding the staff here. For some reason, I see this staff as being one of those staffs. This staff right here. Like taking this staff, like almost like pretending like they're not a part of this. But, you know, taking, you know, some time when they feel like no one's looking and just kind of, you know, doing like that every now and then when they see something or they don't like something. And the reason I say that is because I'm seeing this lizard here as like an attachment. I'm also seeing this this throne as like something that's not quite sturdy, because it's just because of the way the throne is built, and this pointy, this is just sticking out like this, it's sticking out, this pointy part of this throne here. Like if they rested their arm on that, they pretty much would, like, you know, you'd stab yourself in the arm, and that wouldn't feel good. So I do feel like this King of Staffs, just for this reading and what I'm feeling, and the fire, the red that's coming from this is related to this Five of Staffs. So you could have a King of Staffs, it could be that Leo energy that we were talking about here as part of a transition here that we're moving away from, that's coming to an end. And there's some resistance from this King of Staffs here who doesn't want to see that end. Or is not necessarily, well, yeah, doesn't want to see that end, and is, you know, given some jabs here to kind of keep this resistance going, even though they're acting like they're not. But that's what I'm getting. They have a cape of accomplishment as well too, so they've come through some good things, you know, on their journey as well. They don't look very happy. They look very melancholy, in a state of regret. They've accomplished a lot, but it's possible that what they accomplished and how they accomplished it was not of the greatest intentions, or, you know, of the greatest good of all, but more of a selfish energy, more about themselves. Just seeing that as seeing this darkness here, and I'm not sure exactly what this is back here. But as I was saying that, I noticed this darkness here behind them. And as they turn, even if they turn this way, they're going to be looking right into that darkness there. And also, too, the reason I say that I feel this King of Staffs is connected to this Five of Staffs again is because I feel like they have this kind of, like this lizard energy I'm getting as a lower vibrational type energy, and not something that necessarily feels good right now. Like almost like their movements, like something that this King of Staffs is still connected to, that they haven't quite taken the time to work on or to fix, because they're too busy resisting and fighting and not really working on themselves. Oh, it's almost like this King of Staffs needs to sweep around their own front door first before they continue to involve themselves in things that pretty much, I would say, no longer really have to do with them. I do feel like that cycle has ended and it's moving, and I just see like this King of Staffs taking that staff and like trying to stop that wheel from moving. Almost like coming together with other energies. They may know these energies and they may not, but to try to block things. But we have growth here. These things are continuing to grow, just as I said here. They're growing, and they're not going to be able to be stopped. They're of the earth, and it's destiny, and it's fated, and that can't be stopped. I think I know the title for this reading, but you're pretty much unstoppable. You've done the work. Again, you've done the work. You've done a great job of it. You have connected. You've made that connection. You have obtained success. You have achieved your goals. You continue to achieve. And not only that, but you're not doing it by yourself like you thought that you were probably in the past. You've united, and not just united spiritually, but you have united physically. And so you have connected with someone on both the spiritual and the physical, as above, so below. And a lot of things have been brought to light. They continue to be brought to light. And I would say the beautiful celebration and love and stability that you have been working on is going to be brought to light as well with the full moon. Whether it be with this full moon or the next full moon, or whenever you are watching this, because this reading is timeless. The growth, I mean, it's just growing. It's just growing. It's growing everywhere. So it's like, no matter where you guys go, whoever you're connected to, it's going to be felt. It's going to be seen. And it's beneficial to all, not just to you and not just to who you're connected to, but it's beneficial to the world. And that is freaking awesome. So, yeah, I would just say, you know, I feel like you know what to do. Like, this is being put to an end, and almost like you're going to be getting help with this as well. I feel like this is almost like irrelevant to an extent, because we have, again, the Queen of Swords and that High Priestess energy. You have the tools. You know what to do. It's just one more hurdle to get over, and you're golden. All right, Sagittarius moon. So this is beautiful. I congratulations, and do enjoy it. Celebrate it to the fullest. Continue to thrive and to shine and to build that fire within yourselves. You continue to ask for help. You get the tools. You know, it's just like more magic happens each and every day in your life. So kudos to you and all these miracles that are taking place in your life. And again, do enjoy it, because this is awesome. And to those of you who are getting married or celebrating anniversaries, or, you know, just love in general, I send you all my love and many, many blessings. You know, that's so dope. So thank you again. I send you all my love. Yeah, I'm almost speechless. This is super awesome. Take great care, and do enjoy the rest of this month. Whenever you're watching this reading, enjoy your days and make the most of them. You know exactly what you're doing. Keep going. I love you so much. Peace.